Hello everyone. That is my little visitor for the day. Welcome to Judy's Creations in Crochet, and today is January the 13th, 2022. And I thought I would just introduce you to my little buddy here. He's sitting on the chair, going to have a little sleep and purring quite loudly, but you never know when he'll get up and you'll see him down in the corner wandering around. So, first of all, I want to say again, welcome to any new people. Welcome back to those that have been following me now for a little while. I really appreciate every single one of you, and please comment. I really enjoy hearing what you have to say about my videos. And the other thing I like to encourage people to do is to watch the video all the way through, because at the end of the video I always tell you what's coming in the next week, so you know if you want to watch that as well. So I'm going to start with what I am wearing, and today I'm wearing a very big, very large asymmetrical triangle, and it starts with this red, burgundy red I guess, at one end, progresses through to the gray, and finishes with the black. This is a little bit unique. It's just plain double crochet back and forth, and you can see I alternated colors as I came to the switching colors. And the edge seems to have, on one side, as you were stitching, the straight edge seems to have a picot, and the other edge, I believe, was put on after I was finished. I went back and put on these, I think first you put on some chains, and then you come back and you put some clusters into it. And you can see that it is sparkles. This is actually Sparkle DK from Expression Fiber Arts. Three skeins. I didn't use quite all of them, but most of them. And if I can find a pattern, I'm not sure where it is, but if I can find the pattern before I upload the video, I will post the link in the description box below. So that's what I'm wearing. Very, very cozy, and it's quite large. It wraps around. Here's the end here. And very, very large going down, and very easy to make. And a DK grows fairly quickly. Now, what Hope is wearing, get her into the picture here. Hope is wearing a cocoon. So there's the front. Here's the back, so you can see the colors. This is a cocoon I made for my niece. She picked out the color. She likes soft colors, and it's made out of a latte cake. And you know how I like latte cakes. So soft and so furry. And the information on the latte cake is that it is 58% acrylic and 42% nylon. The cake has 485 meters in the cake. It is washable and dryable, I believe, but personally, I wouldn't put it in the machine. Anything that's handmade, I hand wash and lay flat to dry. And it took me 2 cakes to make this, and I made it as I usually do, basically double crochets going back and forth until I had it long enough. I had dimensions from one she tried on that fit her, and then you gather it, bring it together at the sides, and make the seam. Now, what I do, and a lot of them don't, is the seam ends there, and I find they don't come across the front very well. So from where it ended there onto here, which is, I'm going to say, pretty close to 6 inches, I do a band going all the way around. And if you can see just barely in this video. It's even able to fold back and make a little bit of a collar. She's smaller than I am for sure, and she may want to make a collar out of it because it would join here in the middle quite nicely on her. Very, very soft. The soft colors also that she likes, so I'm getting ready to send that off to her. No pattern, just my own doing. And of course, the Caron Latte cakes that you're all familiar with. So today, I'm hoping to accomplish two things. First of all, I've been promising you for several weeks that I would show you the rest of the yarn that I got from Littles Bishes Stitches back in the fall, before the order that I showed you right about Christmas time. And it is my goal to try to show you some hand-dyed yarn, at least for the next January, February. Every episode I'll show you some hand-dyed yarn, and as well as finished objects. And after that, it might only be once or twice a month. But I really want to show you what different dyers do, and maybe one day you'll give a try to some hand-dyed yarn just to see how beautiful they do work up. I know most people won't buy a lot of it because it is more expensive than what you can get in your local big box store. So this is what I got from Littles Bishes Stitches, which is in Germany, back in the fall. I will start with this one. They're all pretty much the same other than the colors. And you see there, I really, really like this color going through here and the pink. You can imagine I'm not real fond of that little bit of yellow, but it is a small amount. And I don't think it'll be very noticeable when I stitch it up. The yarn is made up of, well, this one doesn't say, but it's called a soft sock fingering. And it has 464 yards. It probably is merino and nylon blend. The actual percentage, I don't know. It might vary from yarn to yarn. In fact, I think it does to this next one because the next one feels a wee bit softer than this one. So that's one that I got in the fall. Even a hint of almost purple coming through there. Nice. And the next one I got, I do like grays and pinks together. Again, dyers don't seem to be able to stick to two colors. They got to throw in other things. And of course, we get that mustard and the yellow that I'm not fond of. And I think the pink and gray would be beautiful without them, but it isn't too heavy. So I don't think it'll show up too much. Now this skein was starting to come apart, and I tried to get it back together, twisted, and I'm just no good at it. And this one, by the way, the color of this, if you're interested, is called Baloo. And this one is called Tempest. No, I think Tempest is a type of yarn. Locked and loaded. Locked and loaded. This one has only 437 yards. So yes, it is. The composition is a little bit different. It does feel softer, and it looks just a tiny bit thicker than this other one. It's a fingering, but it's awful close to getting close to DK. So those two I really like. A little bit of yellow I don't want in it. And the next two I got are these. Now, this is not a color of green I would normally order, but I like the tonal aspect, and I will probably mix it. I might even mix it with this brown. And it has, you know, that's what would have caught me. It has the sparkle in it. And this one is called Spark. The color is Wicked. I think the other name must be the line, the base, and it has 437 yards in it as well. And it is, I definitely can see different shades, so it's a tonal, and I do really like tonals. And the same with this one. Now this one, because it's so dark, I don't think you can see different colors going through it. And this one is called Charlotte Sometimes. And this is a merino tencel. It's the only one that I got at the time that was a different mix. Again, still fingering. And a very, very nice chocolate brown, deep, dark chocolate brown. Feels good, has tencel in it, which is a good thing. So those were the regular skeins, and then I bought one, let me get these out of the way. Then I bought one package. Sorry for the crinkle, but I haven't taken it out. Now, I don't quite know why yellow would be in with this group, because it doesn't seem to go with them. And you know me, I'll probably either put the yellow, I could put it with this brown. It would look nice with it. But I'm thinking, if you remember the one poncho I showed last week, it had some very bright colors in one side. I thought maybe I would put these in it, but I'm not sure yet, because I have a feeling the other part, the black or the navy, will be either a DK or a worsted. And these, of course, are fingering, so the weight wouldn't match unless I doubled it up. But this is again her soft sock fingering, which would be a merino and nylon blend. And each hank has 231 yards, so that's really substantial for a mini. Probably because it's 50 grams, which is half of a regular hank. They're usually 100 grams. Feels very nice, and other than this yellow, I really, even though they're bright, I really like these colors. So I am going to mix them somehow, either in that poncho I showed you, or maybe I'll just do a long diagonal wrap or scarf that has the stripes diagonal in it, and make it in possibly navy, and put these stripes of color in it every so often, because they're really beautiful. I really like the colors, other than the yellow, of course, but I'll find something to put that yellow with, or maybe I'll put it in a giveaway. I'm sure there are people out there that love yellow, even though I don't. Okay, so that's what I got from Kat at Littles Bishes Stitches, and I will definitely in the future be ordering more from her at some point, but right now I got to use up what I have received from her, and I want to try some other dyers as well. Now, the next thing is I want to show you what I got from Tessiland, Tessiland, and they are a company in Italy. And you'll see on most of the ball bands that, oh yeah, make a liar out of me, but I was looking at some a minute ago, and they have, there we go, Italy flag type thing on it to say that it's made in Italy. So these are all different than anything I have ever used. That's why I bought them. I bought them like in the summer, and honestly, I can't remember if they had other brands that we're familiar with, like Yarn Art or Katia. I really don't know. You'd have to go and check out the site. I will put a link to the site in the description box. But I bought these because they were different, and I really liked them and wanted to try them out. And I saw this being shown on, Krista was showing them at Bag a Day. And what she showed that got my attention was this one called Ringo. So I bought a couple of colors, so I'll tell you about this and then we'll go on. There, by the way, is the site, Tessiland.com. Now, this is 50% virgin wool and 50% acrylic, and it has 270 meters in it. It is nice and soft, has a little bit of a halo. Isn't that beautiful? That's the one Crystal had, and when I went to the site, they also had blue, so I just had to get the blue as well. Then moving on, the next one that caught my attention, and again, Crystal had this one. I have a price on some of these, not all of them. This is in Canadian dollars, and this would be, at the time I purchased it, I do believe it was given in euros, and the exchange is a little better in our favor right now, but this was $5.90 a cake. Next is this, and it's called Herman, and I got it in 2 different colors, this pink and brown, and then this aqua or turquoise with sort of a orangey rust. Again, very soft. And what's in it? It has the Ocotec symbol, and here we are, I think. 10% wool, 40% cotton, 20% acrylic, and 30% polyamide. Very soft. And one of these cakes has 410 meters. And again, it has halo. Now, I got 2 of each of these colors because my intent is to maybe make ponchos out of them. You can see they don't tell you the weight on them. They are a heavy fingering and maybe even a DK. But I think they will make decent ponchos. Or I might make a shawl or a wrap, but I'm pretty sure ponchos, for sure on this one, a poncho. Then, this is one I got that I'm a slight, those, by the way, are $8.38 Canadian. This one, I'm glad I only got one to try it out. Linyard, I guess. Linyard mix. It is 45% linen, 35% cotton, and 20% acrylic. So cotton and linen I knew wouldn't be as soft as the other, but it's not scratchy, and it would be fine. I have enough here, 328 yards, 300 meters. I have enough to make a nice size scarf, and it would be fine against the skin. It's just, I really like the soft yarn so much better, so I'm glad I only got one of those. Then I got this. Is there a price on this one? $8.91. So that, to me, $8.91, 328 yards, a little bit more pricey than the others. This one is called Queen. And they only had this in one color. And it looked interesting to me, so I wanted to try it. I got more than one ball. I think I got 2 balls. Can't go in that. I think I got 2 balls. And let me tell you about it. 60% cotton and 40% polyamide. And there's 180 meters, which would be awful close to 196 yards. Now, can you see what's in there? It's like 2 different fibers wound together. 2 different, this looks like chain spun, wound around, plied with something else. and it has a shiny look to it, whatever it is that's chain spun. That'd be the polyamide because it's shiny. So a little different, very interesting. 200 yards, and I think I have 2 of these, so that'll make a nice size scarf. And I don't, oh, $8.45. To me, that's a wee bit expensive. Now, next, this is something I couldn't tell that it looked like this in the picture. See this? It's very gauzy, like a ribbon, and then it has a metallic going through it. It's very pretty. It alternates. You see, it varies in blues. It's very, very pretty. I've just never made anything with what I guess would be considered a ribbon. So I would really, really appreciate if you would leave comments below suggesting what you would make with this. Let me tell you what it's made out of. It is 60% cotton, 30% polyamide, and 7% metallic. And I have 142 yards. 142 yards, it's about 130 meters. 142 yards. And I have 3 of these donuts. And this one's starting to come apart now. The color is very, very pretty. I love the color. It, of course, isn't really what you'd call soft. I don't think it would be considered scratchy. So I guess I could put it in something up against like a scarf or that. I just don't know. Would you make a scarf? So if you have a suggestion of what to make and a pattern that would be really good with something like this, I would really, really like to know. Because do you just work with it like you do a wide yarn, I guess? I don't know, but I would really, really love to know. So if you have ideas, please let me know. Next, I have this, and it's called Baby Key Print. It's not as soft as most baby yarns are, so I'm not too sure what that's about. It's 60% wool and 40% acrylic, and it has 150 meters, which is maybe 165 yards. Says to use a 3.5 hook. To me, it's about the same as most fingerings. I'd probably use a 4. And I love the colors, mostly gray and pink, but there is brown there as well. Very pretty. And I bought quite a few of these, so I can make something substantial, but it won't be a baby blanket. I would want it to be softer than that. It's not scratchy, but it's just not as soft as I would want in something for a baby. And the price of one of these was $2.29. I'm thinking I got 8 or maybe even 10 of it. 10 at 150. Yeah, I could make a cocoon out of it, or maybe even a ruana. And next I have this yarn called Nika. Very different. See how it has the black on one side and the rainbow color on the other side of it. But the rainbow color is chain spun. It's chain. The black is hard to tell. What is it made of? Not 10% nylon, 63% viscose, and 27% acrylic. It's not scratchy in any way. there's a good look at the whole thing. And there's 90 meters or 98 yards in one of these. It was $3.45. I honestly don't remember how many of these I bought. I did buy several, but I got this and another yarn mixed up. If you'll see a little bit later. Look at the pretty colors in that. You can tell, well, first of all, it looks sparkly, and second of all, I love the rainbow look. Next, I have a yarn that I'm not so excited about. Wilson. Oh, what was the price? Did I tell you the price on this? $3.45. The price on this one is $7. This is a mixture. It says it's 43 virgin wool, 39 acrylic, and 9% cotton, and 9% polyamide. And there are 210 meters in this donut. And I have to tell you, when I first bought it, I was very disappointed, but it's beginning to grow on me. I think maybe I have 2 balls, and if I have 2 balls, that's a good size. If I only have 210, I will make like a cowl of some sort. But it's got a variety of colors. See the puffs on it, sort of like a tweed. It's not got metallic in it, but whatever it has, it makes it look sparkly in that blue part. Quite a mix of colors, blues and pinks and greens, and interesting. Next, I bought, I think, 5 of these. I really like this, as you can tell. Beautiful, nice, dark blue. Lots of times you don't get a nice navy blue. And look at the blue sparkles in it. Just beautiful. And this is 55% wool, 40% acrylic, and 5% metallic. And there is 150 meters in this ball. And like I said, about 5. So I have 750 meters. So that's well over 800 yards. That'll definitely make a poncho or a shawl. It is a little bit heavier than a lot of fingerings. I don't know if you'd consider that DK or not. Not quite, but close. Very pretty. And this is $2.29 for the donut. And going on in donuts, I then got this. Black, of course, with sparkles, metallic, multi-metallic running through it. And it is called Felix. And what is it made of? 25% viscose, 13 alpaca, 17% acrylic, 40% polyamide, and 5% metallic. And it feels soft. You can see a bit of halo. Alpaca is what's making it feel so nice. I think I maybe got 5 balls of this. How much did I say there was in it? I didn't, I don't think. Oh, it has 80 meters or 87 yards, but 5 of them will make me something nice. And I liked it so well, I wanted to get a bunch of colors, but I had to pull back, and I also bought this. I could even put these 2 together, but I really liked this white one as well. The colors are beautiful in it. And I might have bought 5 of this one as well. I'm not sure. I know I bought multiple of both. This is $3.85 for the donut. And just give me a second. I'm getting very, very dry. My cup says, knit 1, slip 2, sip. Knit 1, sip 2, repeat from the asterisk. It was a cup. It was a cup I actually got as one of the free add-ons to Knit Crate. And of course, most of their stuff is knit, not crochet. Okay, next I got these. Again, see my love of the metallic. This has 19% wool, 45% acrylic, 14% polyamide, 13% polyester, and 9% metallic, made in Italy. Nice and soft, and it has 350 meters or 382 yards in one donut cake. So 382 in one of them will make a scarf or a cowl. It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure they'd call this maybe a 4-weight because of the halo. To me, it's a 3-weight, but they always count the halo in it, so it's probably a 4-weight. And I only got one of this color, and I got one or two, I'm not sure, of this color. And I definitely got two of this color. Now that shows a purpley tinge in the picture, but on the camera, but it is a navy. Isn't that interesting how it looks purpley? Maybe it's the metallic making it look that way. But see, when I look at it here, it is very deep navy. Anyway, very, very soft. And this is $5.90 for one. We're almost to the end. The next one I got, and this is similar to that Nika, but it's called Gypsy. And it is finer than the other one, but again, very different woven. And again, it looks like a chain spun. Look, black with rainbow, but it is spun together, where the other one, the two colors were side by side. This is 60% viscose, 30% acrylic, 10% nylon, 125 meters or 136 yards. And I'm pretty sure I bought quite a bit, 8 or 10 of these, because I wanted to make something substantial. Now this one is called black because the black runs through it, but it doesn't look very black in the picture. It looks like it's more purpley and blue, but it definitely has black woven in with the rainbow color. And then I also got it in a green, just to have a different color. Now here it looks to me more emerald green, but it's not emerald coming through in the picture. I only got, I don't know, 2 or 3 of this color. And the price on that is $3.45. And finally, the last one I got is called Alma. You can see the price on that, it's $8.30. And I think this one and this are my favorites, although I did like that Ringo as well. This is 70% cotton, 20% viscose, and 10% linen. And I don't detect that linen or even cotton feel. This is quite, it might say cotton here. This is quite soft, but what I notice is, can you tell that part of it is shimmery? See how the blue there is shimmery? The texture keeps changing from that to this. Now this is a very solid number 2, maybe a number 3. But see the shimmer in it there? So I don't know what's happening that it keeps changing. There's the shine. There are 330 yards in this. I have several colors, and I believe I got either 2 or 3 of each color, I think depending on the color. So I probably have 3 of this one. Then I got this one, very much the fall colors. Gorgeous. And again, looking fall. Golden looking. That's Alma. And finally, this is my favorite of the colors, this one. So if I have 3 of this, which I hope I do, if I have 3 of this, I'll be making a shawl out of this one. 900, almost 1,000, almost 1,000 yards. That'll be gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So that's the end of what we got, or what I got at Tessiland. And for the most part, I am very, very happy with my purchase from them. I did buy and then rebought a few of these once the first order arrived, and I saw some things that I really liked. So I will put a link to this company if you're interested in getting some of these things. Very reasonable price. There's nothing hand dyed here. So you might want to try this company for some different fibers and some different yarns. Now, what's in the works for next week? Well, first of all, I'm going to have a little surprise next week that I'm not telling you about. But then I plan to show a few finished objects, and I have 1 or 2 more hand dyers that I have yarn. I'm going through my stash and pulling out all my hand dyed yarn so that I can show you over the next little while yarn that I have already received. So if you're interested in seeing some hand dyed yarn, possibly one of them at least will be Canadian, and some more finished objects, then please join me again next week. And until then, happy hooking.